Lots breaking across college athletics, high school athletics across the country. A lot of things kind of in motion. For some reason, this is the week so far. And to help break it down from a college level, bringing in MIAA Assistant Commissioner Ryley Egger. He's going to help break things down a little bit tonight. Ryley, thanks for coming on tonight. I mean, just a lot of moving parts right now. How are things looking for the MIAA right now?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It kind of takes you back to March. Every hour is a little bit different. Just today, there's two conferences in Division II that announced they've suspended fall sports. But at the MIAA, our COVID-19 task force met this morning, and we, remain committed to intercollegiate athletics on our campuses this fall. Now, obviously, that can change with what the NCAA says, and work with state and local health officials as well. But, as of right now, we are committed to sports on our campuses.
We were starting to see, like you said, kind of that repeat of March. I think a lot of people are starting to see, like the Ivy Leagues, they've already made a decision. A couple of Division IIs have made decisions today. Earlier today, they kind of did it together. Do you guys look around at other conferences across Division II when you guys make decisions, or is it about what these four states are doing right here?
It's a little bit of both. Obviously, we're looking around with Division II doing a regional. You definitely keep track of the conferences in your region, what they're doing. But you also keep, looking around in the four-state region. With the MIAA being in Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, we're definitely paying attention to those. But I think kind of being, having one foot with the local and state officials and one nationally, you kind of gauge both of those and can make make the best decision based off of that.
And is that kind of letting the NCAA leave it up to you guys too, or is it kind of also if the NCAA decides, then that's rule, obviously?
Yeah, right now, kind of what we're getting is it's up to the conferences. Now that can obviously change. There's been meetings going on at the NCAA level across all three divisions. But if the NCAA comes out and says they're going to postpone fall sports all year, suspend them or move them to the spring, whatever they're going to do, we'll obviously follow that approach.
I know people are looking at that scenario if they move things to spring. If you move them to January 1, how big of a challenge is that for a conference to look at something like that? Because we haven't seen that before, so it's new for everybody dealing with it. What are the challenges that, at least on the surface, you guys will have to deal with?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of challenges. You look at it, the toughest thing about Division II is just, your budget standpoints. Today the the Big Ten announced they're going to play conference only, which the MIAA, we already do that. Now the difference is going to be the staffing. If they were to move to spring and we move to spring, a lot of our universities don't have the, deep budgets, don't have the resources on staffing, from athletic trainers to sports information directors to game management. So, that's just the challenges you see right off the top. Now you also got to look at, student athlete health, is an injury, in the spring, say it's, ACL tear, how's that affect in the fall? And there's just so many moving logistical parts to it. But again, at the same time, everybody wants athletics back. If you can bring some athletics back that are low impact sports or, some of those sports that are low contact with other, competitors, do you look at bringing those back? So it's all very interesting. It's very fluid right now. You're looking through different scenarios. So, there's a lot of moving pieces that go into it. But I think that's definitely something our campuses are making contingency plans and looking at. And that's, the biggest thing you see from now to where we're in March. When this news came out, you were looking at maybe a 24-hour window to plan this. Now with this, we've had task forces looking at this. We've heard some rumblings of, the Ivy League announcing that decision. They had a couple of days to talk about that. So you have, ideas and contingencies in place. So you're never fully ready for it, but you definitely have planned for it and you've thought through every option.
I know one option a lot of people are asking or wanting to see if it's possible is regarding fans in the stand. Is there going to be limits? Does the MIAA control that, or is that more university by university basis, just depending on what's going on, I guess, at their institution?
Yeah, so part of with our COVID-19 task force, they've recommended that we leave that up to the schools. So we're going to let each school decide that because, the restrictions in Maryville are going to be a lot different than Pittsburgh than they are in Edmond or even Kearney. So it's best to leave that up to the campuses. One thing we are going to do August 1st, we're going to ask for each campus to submit their plans, for their different protocols. So that will be available on the conference website as, we get closer to games coming. So if a fan from Emporia is worried about, coming to the game, will they have a seat in Maryville or in St. Joe? They can see that, and they can see each school laid out. So, I know that's kind of a long-winded answer, but, we're going to leave it up to each school to make that decision with their local and state health and campus health officials.
Ryle, I'll get you out of here on this one. We've talked about it. There's excitement. Everybody wants it back. I guess people are looking forward to that first date. It's just all kind of hoping for the best at this point, right?
Yeah, it really is. As Commissioner Racy met with our COVID-19 task force, and then sent an email out to our institutional representative council that we're planning on having a fall season until we hear otherwise, either from the NCAA or if our CEO council or IRC group wants to go and go that way. But as of right now, we're planning on a fall sports season, and we're excited to get back on campus and get fans in the stands as well.
Ryley Egger, MIAA Assistant Commissioner. Thanks for the time as always.
Yep, thank you, Chris.